Okay.
Oh,
Okay, this is my entertaining story, or entertaining speech, and this is going to be about my daughter, who is a very intelligent young lady. In fact, she's in the UCPA program, so you might see her around campus. But she really doesn't have a lot of good sense when it comes to driving. And this started when she first got her license, and we ended up having to go to a second county to get her driver's license because she failed 3 times in Kanawha County. So when we went to Roane County to get her license, she did great, passed the test, which was a little bit surprising to all of us. But when we were leaving, the trooper who gave her her license was standing out there, and Jenna drove past her going down a one-way street. So we're still kind of amazed that they didn't take her license from her at that time. But one of her other stories was when she was an undergrad at Marshall and had been to a late night thing on campus, one of the organizations that she was a part of, and was coming home after 2 o'clock in the morning and was talking to me on the phone when she was on her way home and got pulled over. Told me there were lights behind her, so she stopped, and apparently she had went up a one-way street the wrong direction, had no lights on, had not defrosted her window, and was on her cell phone. So while talking to her, I could hear the officer have her step out of the car, and she ended up doing a sobriety test in front of her apartment at 2 in the morning, and he did not want to let her go because he couldn't believe she wasn't impaired, because nobody would drive that poorly if they were sober. But she's also been known to go up many one-way streets the wrong way, and I think it was only a couple years ago, at 21 years old, she realized that the fast lane of the interstate was truly for fast cars. It was not just a suggestion that you drive in that lane. She's also hit multiple birds while driving and a few deer, and has totaled a couple cars. So while she's really smart academically, she lacks a little bit. 3 minutes. She lacks a little bit in the driving category. But as far as, let's see, what other stories do we have on Jenna, who will be really happy to know that I used her for this speech. One of her wrecks that she had was actually just sideswiping a car out on the road that we lived in, but after getting out, she kept repeating that it was her fault, although it really wasn't. This one actually was not her fault. This was, both people were at fault on this one, but because she stood out there and said, "This is all my fault, this is all my fault," over and over and over, the police had no choice, they told her, but to cite her as the guilty party, just because she said that. So I think that the moral of the story is that while she is very, very smart, she's provided the family with many hours of entertaining stories along with her, about her driving skills.